Guess what we got in the mail? You ready? I'm excited. Pro Circuit. We're going to see if we can get this pipe to work on the 925. She's going to take a bit of work. I got to make basically the first couple of inches, and I got to build it extra strong to hold the weight of that pipe. But it came. So, you know what I'm going to be doing, right? I'm pretty excited. It took forever to get here. Ended up shipping all the way up, almost to my house, like an hour from me. I was sitting at that post office, and then they shipped it all the way back to where they sent it from, and then it got turned around and sent back here. It got shipped twice. I don't know why, but it did. It made that trip all the way up here, then it made the trip exactly in reverse all the way back down, and then it had to come back up. I was waiting for this. Do they not understand the stress? You know what I mean? Ay. But it's here, finally. So we get to start working on getting it mounted. Now, will it work? Hey, we'll find out. I'm just going to go by my gut, kind of modify it a little bit for the RPM range that I'm going for, So I am going to do a couple of mods to the pipe. I'm going to shorten that tailpiece off. You see this? I'm going to shorten that up. I might even just take it off right at the end. But I'm thinking I like this it's got a turn on it. I'm thinking about taking it like right after that. That's probably what I'm going to do. But the first 6 or 8 inches is coming off, and I got to rebuild the first 6 or 8 inches of the pipe. So that's what I'm going to do with that one. Now, you ready for some another good update? I am working on McCulloch Pro Mac 610 for Mr. Obsolete, and she's coming along. I am going after it with JB Weld too. So those guys of you who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm doing. We're going to do a little intake modification. I am drastically changing the ports on this saw, so it's probably not going to run anything like a factory Pro Mac 610. It should, behave completely different, have completely different, everything. Now, I decided to go with this exhaust port. Now, this is not done yet. I'm going to raise it a little bit further, but you'll get a good idea of where I'm headed. She is going to go just a little higher. So there's where exhaust port's looking like. In case you're wondering, I don't remove the carbon inside there before I start grinding. That's because it gives me kind of like I can see where I've touched and where I didn't. So I don't know if any of you guys do it like that, but that's why I don't remove the carbon beforehand. It kind of shows me where I have and have not ground. Helps me keep it even on both sides. I got a big old glob of JB Weld in the intake port right now. I'm waiting for it all to set up so we can, get that all cleaned up and redo that. But the intake port's going to be a little bit more of a guessing game, We'll see. Because once I'm done with the exhaust, I'm going to look at the blowdown number, kind of get a feel for where I want to set the intake, Now, the transfers, I've been into the transfers already. Can you see down in there? That's what the transfers are looking like right now. They look kind of different than what you guys might be used to seeing because I use like a chemical cleaner. And it kind of turns aluminum to like a dark gray color. But that's what the transfer's looking like. What else? Oh, I got a little, what we could just say, I got a little heavy-handed on the transfers. So the other side here, I actually did poke through a small hole. So I JB welded it. we're going to run it with the JB Weld on, you know what I'm talking about. I poked a small hole, so I put a big glob of JB Weld on there. I'm going to clean it up and stuff. But, like, this is one of those things. But for this, it's my first time porting one of these saws. I'm giving it to the Mr. Obsoletes. He's going to get to run it for however long it lasts. You know, I'm fine with doing this way. This is a common method of fixing this issue because it's common for people who are grinding to go through the transfer. It happens. If you do this enough, you're going to do it. And it happened to me. You can see my fingerprint there. She's still a little soft. And I got to wait probably till tomorrow or so till I can get in there and start cleaning that up and get to work on my intake. But I'm going to change the intake up a little bit. It's not going to be probably as much as you guys think, but we'll see. We'll see where it ends up. I'm pretty excited about that Pro Mac 610 because I'm making some drastic changes to the way it runs. You should have seen how much material I pulled out of those transfers. I pulled out a lot. And I'm thinking about putting a boost port or finger port in or something. I'm thinking about doing that. Haven't decided which method to go with. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I might just do finger ports and drag them up from the intake. Finger ports, I'm talking, dragging like a miniature transfer from the intake port up to the top of the transfers. About the same. They're timed almost the same, but not quite the same. Now, the reason I'm talking about raising the exhaust roof a little more, I'm still not happy with the blowdown on it. I want to get the blowdown to where I want it. I think these saws are held back quite a lot because of that blowdown. The problem is your exhaust roof gets kind of high. So, you know how some saws run a high exhaust roof and some run a low exhaust roof, but they seem to cut about the same RPM. I'm hoping that I can kind of achieve kind of that same thing. Like I'm going to change it from a lower exhaust roof to a higher exhaust roof, but to have it try to have it to maintain roughly the same RPM, but gain more torque. That's what I'm going for. Probably not going to happen. It's probably going to really go. The RPMs are probably going to go up pretty good, just because of the amount of drastic changes I'm making here. But it should have a lot more power behind it. We'll see though. I'm playing this one by feel. The exhaust roof number, I have no idea where it's at. I don't know where it's going to be just yet. I am going to measure it though because I want to know what my blowdown is. So we'll see how that goes. Now I bought a microphone for my camera. I'm testing it on this video to see how it works, but it actually has you can't see it, but it is sitting right here. It's got fluffy on it, like fluffy hairy stuff. It plugs right into the phone. It plugs right into the phone, and I'm giving it a whirl. I want to see how it does. I'm hoping it helps for going outside on windy conditions, but I'm hoping it works. I could be making this video in complete silence if it didn't work right, you know what I mean? So we'll see whenever I get into editing. I hope this microphone works. Let me know what you think of it, if it does work, if its sound quality is better or worse or whatever. The internal speakers on my phone are going out. Like when I take a call, I have to do it on speakerphone because the ear speaker doesn't work at all. Well, it does, but it basically sounds like a blown speaker if you ever heard one. It's horrid. So I have to put it on speakerphone. And my microphone built into the phone is going bad. It's starting to get horrid. Like I have to go through, and half my editing is just fixing the audio, amplifying it and turning it up and down because the audio will go up and down the whole video. So hopefully this microphone fixed it. Hopefully it's not a something else going on with my phone. I might end up getting a new phone. We'll see. But we'll see how it goes. I have my GoPro I can record from, but it's been so long since I used it, I forgot what I did with the memory cards. I have no idea. My batteries are sitting right here, ready to go, but I have no idea what in my memory cards. So I'm going to have to get my memory cards for my GoPro. It's been a while since I used it. It's all covered in dust. But I was looking, the memory card's going in here, and no idea where it went. You know? I had 3 memory cards for it, I think. Because I would load one up, take it to the computer for editing, then I could put another one in and keep recording. And I could keep rotating to the memory cards while I was editing, you know? Go figure. So I think I'm going to have to order some memory cards for my GoPro. I don't know where they went. They completely vanished. Now the things are only the size of an eraser on a pencil, you know? So who knows? They could be anywhere. I'll just have to get some new ones. But I thought you guys would enjoy this. We're going with a Pro Circuit exhaust pipe off a dirt bike. We're going to try to throw it on the Super XL925 and see if she runs with alcohol. Now, let me clear this up. Alcohol. I'm going to start with methanol. I'm going to run 100% methanol mix with 20 to 1 with oil. There is other fuels I can go to. There's nitromethane, you know, like different kind of mixes and stuff like that. I'm going to start with a straight methanol, and we'll go from there. I have a feeling with the pipe and the methanol, we won't need to go any more extreme than that. We'd basically just be blowing the saw off if we try to do that. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes. But methanol is what we're running. So sitting right behind me, you can't see it, but she's sitting right there. She's ready to go. Everything's here, ready. I just got to get the time to get this work done, you know? So much work. I got Mr. All-Fleet saw I'm working on. I got another Homelite over here I'm working on. I haven't even hardly said anything about that saw, but it's coming. I'll show you it whenever it's done. I'm not going to get into all the little details. So, I hope you guys have a good one, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.